DA Wrestling, favorite Canadian YouTube guy, wrestling guy's back here. Well, we got some stuff to talk about. It's been a bit of time, right? It's the last episode, so guess what? We're gonna start on this, talking about what's going on recently in wrestling. Been off a bit, a lot of stuff going on in my own personal private life. So hey, you know what? That's why we're doing this now. Anyway, before we get started here on the show here, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. Small click for you, big click for us here at DA Wrestling. We appreciate you. We thank you very much. Now let's do this now. So, few events have happened over the past little bit since I've been on the show last time. So, we're going to talk first about Monday. We're going to talk about some little thoughts about how I think about Drew McIntyre's, title win. First off, good for him. We're going to talk about that. Right? It looks like one of the predictions was that we made in the predictions video did kind of pass a little bit, kind of, in the process, still doing it. But one thing that our friend Doug did, who was a guest on who was also on our show earlier, right, said that Drew McIntyre was going to win the title, probably beforehand. We're going to talk about that. But right now, let's just talk about Raw, what happened on Raw. And then we're going to talk about the Finn Balor CM Punk match. That's the one I really want to talk about the most. I don't care. Some of the stuff that happened too. We're going to talk about something else that happened on that show. But right now, I want to talk about that. So, before we get started, though, make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. Small click for you, big click for us here at DA Wrestling. We appreciate it. This is a Canadian YouTube channel. Anyway, so let's talk CM Punk. Let's talk Finn Balor. Now, I would be very against them. I would be lying to myself if I said that I didn't think that Finn Balor should have won. And it wasn't because the crowd was in Ireland. No. I just think it would have been a great idea. I think Finn Balor beating CM Punk and having that title carrying it into WrestleMania would have been great. It would have definitely moved more into motion of the Judgment Day breaking up. Now, that's probably still going to happen, Judgment Day leaving and disbanding at some point. But Finn Balor even brought back his old music, which, to be honest, is way better than this crap he has now. So, I think it should have been happened. Right? Now, some people sit there and say, and comment down below, they'll probably be saying, well, CM Punk should hold the title there. It's going to be a whole Seth Rollins thing, or maybe not Seth Rollins, maybe Braun Breaker for the title at WrestleMania or whatever, Cody or whoever. It doesn't matter. Right? I just think at this point in time, that was a great idea. Maybe put the title on Finn Balor. That's it. It doesn't really matter to me about those opinions just because at this point in time, I think it had been better. Right? Would have been a whole lot more things to open up. I mean, granted, yeah, we haven't seen a lot of things, right? Nobody thought we'd see CM Punk versus Finn Balor. That was okay, if we didn't really get a chance to see it. But Finn Balor versus a lot of other guys too. Now it'll probably be a lot more fun, especially with the title on the line there, right? Plus, you know what? The guy's been through a lot. He's done a hell of a good job through all the crap that has been pushed onto him and away from him. So. Just going to sit there and say that. Right? It was an awesome match. Really good. It had everybody thinking he was going to win for sure. Deep down, we all knew he probably wasn't going to win. I'm just saying, as from a personal standpoint, I think he should have won. That's it. Right? Now, moving on now to Natalya costing Maxine Dupree the IC title against Becky Lynch. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen Natalya's stuff in Josh Burnett's Fight Club stuff that she does occasionally, or a number of times. If you're gonna get that Natalya, then awesome, I'm good with that. But if you're gonna get just a heel turn Natalya where it's just gonna be absolute fall flat like other heel turns that she's done in the past, then don't even bother. You could have just put the title back on Maxine Dupree. Yeah, it would have been a hot potato of the title, but at least then it would have made a little more sense. At least then it would have been like, okay, she has the title. She's good with it. She beat Becky Lynch again to get that title back. You're done with the Becky Lynch stuff. You take it, go, boom, done. But now, Becky Lynch beat Maxine Dupree with a manhandle slam after Natalya put Becky Lynch's foot on the rope, shocking Maxine Dupree, right? I betray her for that, and then, beat her up a little bit. I said, if it's going to lead towards Natalia being that the Josh Barnett Bloodsport Natalia, right, where it's a completely different character, it's more physical, more fighter type thing, then good. But if we're not going to do that far and go that way, we'll find out on Raw about this. Then what was the point? I don't agree with it. But if we're going to do the Josh Barnett stuff like she does in Josh Barnett's Fight Club, great, no problem. I'm perfectly fine with that. You know? But I think Maxine Dupree probably could have had the title hold, could have won the title still. Then have Natty maybe betray her then as she's the IC champion. That way, at least then you get an Italian Neidhart, you know, go at her for the IC title. Maybe have her as that Josh Barnett character as she does in Josh Barnett's Fight Club. Then you have her as the IC champion, and she's just destroying people. Kind of similar to the way you could have did it with Shayna Baszler. But hey, that's not a time for a different story. Right? Next on the bucket. Word came down today, or word came down that I just saw, that Tommaso Ciampa is leaving WWE. His contract is expiring, right? He's looking forward to the new challenges and all those things. He's very happy that he spent 10 years in WWE. He's been 10 years, right? Personally, I thought Tommaso Ciampa in NXT with the whole Blackheart gimmick was the best stuff he ever did. You know, when he had the goalie, called the goalie, right? I think though, as far as the main roster stuff goes, I think it fumbled a lot. I don't think it was as good as it should have been. They really, I think, they ruined it. They had a great theme song, right? But it's whatever that is. Hopefully I know he's really into bodybuilding. He's really into like a lot of fitness stuff there. He's even posted us taking inquiries and stuff like that too. He is free to do whatever he wants, and he's going to do that. Good for him. He said first 10 years he traveled a lot. Second 10 years he traveled a lot with the WWE. He was very happy about that, and now he's going to do whatever he wants to do for his last decade. He basically made a statement that he's going to do his last 10 years, and that's it. He's going to retire. Good for him. Miss Tommaso Ciampa. We will miss him here. Yeah, I liked him here a lot on the show. We're good. Now, moving on to WWE Unreal Season 2. I don't know if you guys had a chance to watch that yet, but it's very interesting. Not as interesting, I think, as Season 1 was, right? But still very enlightening, right? They talk about the R-Truth stuff, how that kind of let the contract lapse, how it was kind of just communication broke down, numbers were far apart. They talked on the phone for an hour, right? R-Truth and Nick Khan, all those things, right? Kind of being blindsided by it. They talked about the Seth Rollins injury angle they did, right? When he cashed in, when he revealed he wasn't really injured and cashed in on Punk, right? So it's a good watch. I know a lot of people are very against that stuff. I know some people Paul Heyman as well. CM Punk has gone on to say they're not a big fan of the show, right? Or do those things. They want to keep it more sacred, and that's perfectly fine for a lot of people too. Even to me to agree, sometimes knowing a lot isn't really good for it either. Because quite frankly, you also look at it through a point of view of I'd rather just be surprised and not be shocked by it, or not be I should say, sorry, should I be surprised by it and not just, oh, I knew that was going to happen, right? So sometimes it's better to be in the dark. You know what I mean? But I definitely recommend go out and watch it. They also talked about Naomi's Money in the Bank and how her heel turn came to be, right? They touched a little bit on the whole her leaving with Sasha Banks when they were the tag team champions back in 2022. And I highly recommend go watch it. It's a good show, especially if you're a WWE fan, you like wrestling in general. Go take a look at it. It's really good, very informative. I don't think they tell you a lot. They tell you everything you want to know, but they definitely tell you enough to the point where you're like, okay, cool, right? Like for instance, with the Seth Rollins thing, they talked about there how Seth Rollins didn't think LA Knight should know that he was going to fake the injury. In which Triple H's reply was you'd be pissed if it was you. and explained a lot of reasons to why. And he goes, fair enough, you got a point. So, stuff like that. But everyone was in, a few people were into it, and nothing a lot. Go take a look at the show. It's a good episode. It's good episodes. It's a five episode watch again, just like the first season. Go take a look at it. You'll enjoy it thoroughly. Right? So go do that. Anyway, guys, that's the show for today. That's all I got. Right? Nothing too crazy. Hopefully, when I do a week and a half between shows again. Obviously, been really busy. Things going on privately in my life. But hey, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, share, subscribe down below. Small click for you, big for less here at DA Wrestling. We thank you very much. Have yourself a good one. Enjoy your stuff.